Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a very short story about King Janaka and Rishi Yajnavalkya. This is within 5 minutes, and let it think that the name of the story is Janaka and Yajnavalkya. So let me begin the story. You know very well that Janaka was a great king and he had a vast empire. And truly, he was a seeker of knowledge, and he was also known as the knower of Brahman. Every time he loved to hear the knowledge from the great rishis. So he had a great friend who was at that time considered as one of the best, one of the greatest rishi. His name was Yajnavalkya. King Janaka used to call assembly uh, where all the, or he used to call the sages, the learned fellows, to assemble in his court so that there will be a discussion and exchange of experiences. He loved that. And every time he was attending that discussion, and he was getting immense pleasure out of that. So suddenly one day he called an assembly and called all the rishis, all the learned fellows from everywhere. And uh, he collected 1,000 cow, and a lump of gold was tied to the horn of each cow. And when all the rishis, the knowledgeable persons gathered there in his assembly, then he announced, okay, look, anybody who will say that he is the best knower of Brahma, he will take this 1,000 cow with the lump of gold. When he announced that, so the Brahmins, the sages, the rishis, those who gathered there, assembled there, they became very anxious. But the one thing, as he said, the person who declares that he is the best knower of Brahma would take the cows. Victory is his. When he said this, nobody dared to come forward. They were just looking at each other's face. Suddenly, Yajnavalkya stood, stood up and asked his disciples to hold the cows and to take them to his ashram, to his home. When he said this to his disciple, all other rishis, they were surprised, and they said, Ki, what is this, Yajnavalkya? How do you think that you are the best knower of Brahma? This is not done. At least you come and sit here and prove yourself. In chorus, all the rishis said, you cannot do that. So prove your worth, then you can take the cows. Then Yajnavalkya very, very humbly, he bowed down his head before all the sages and said, well, you are welcome to question me, to ask me questions. Then he sat in one place. So one by one, all the sages came. They asked him the questions, and whatever they asked, Yajnavalkya replied him in such a way that they were bound to be satisfied. But truly they were satisfied, and they went back. When one by one everybody asked him and went away, one lady, when she was also a great sage, her name was Gargi. She stood up and said, Ki, O Yajnavalkya, well, I will ask you 2 questions, but these 2 questions are like 2 sharp arrows of a cane, and you have to answer me. If you can answer me correctly to my satisfaction, then all the cows are yours. Victory is yours. Then Yajnavalkya immediately said, yes, ask me. Then Gargi began. She said that, कि ओ Yajnavalkya, you said that, once you said that the uh, earth is warm and off, woven by water. And upon when the earth is woven upon water in the warp and off direction. Now um, you tell me upon what the water is woven. Then immediately Yajnavalkya said, upon air. Now upon what air is woven? Then Yajnavalkya said, upon sky. Now then, how one after another Gargi was asking, upon what the sky is woven? Then she said, then it is Gandharvas. Upon what Gandharvas are woven? Now then, that is sun. Then she asked again. He said, upon moon. Then stars. Then God. Then the king of the god. Then Brahmins. Then like that, ultimately, Yajnavalkya said it was the creator. Now, when Gargi asked the next question, upon what the creator is woven, immediately she was going to charge him. That time Yajnavalkya immediately said, stop. Gargi, you are going beyond the limit. Don't dare to ask me, don't try to argue upon Brahma. Nobody can do that, and there is no such argument which can define the ultimate reality. And if you dare to question me furthermore about Brahma, means, to challenge in this question Brahma, then your head will fall off. Then Gargi understood that truly she was going beyond the limit. She stopped and she was satisfied whatever answer was given by this Yajnavalkya. Ultimately, Yajnavalkya took all the cows and with his disciples he went back to his ashram. Now the fact is that the ultimate moral of this story and their argument is that there is no argument for the ultimate reality. Nobody can gain because the ultimate reality is beyond the range of understanding, argument, knowledge, intelligence, everything. Only a pure consciousness can understand the Brahma. There is no such argument. Nobody can do that. It is not within the limit of any reasoning, any intellect, or any argument. So, one can, at least, it was the Creator Himself. He was the one who wants to stay with someone to whom He chooses. Anyway, what I understood out of this, that God is not a question of, and the ultimate truth is not the question of argument. It's a feeling, it is an experience. Well, thank you so much. And once again, I will meet you with such a short story. Thank you.